Good morning, afternoon, and evening, my crazies. My name's Angela. I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady, and welcome back to video number 2 of the Granny Hexagon blanket dress. Oh, crikey, I managed to get it out. Right, so if you haven't managed to catch a video number 1, there will be a link in the I button for you. I suggest that you go and watch that one first. If you are here because you're jumping through because you've purchased the pattern, which is also up in the I button, yay! You're racing ahead. And if you've managed to make all your hexagons and you're now catching this for the first time on YouTube, thank you ever so much for joining me. Please remember, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget, give me a thumbs up. I hate doing that bit, but hey, it's done now. Wasn't I a complete and utter evil person last week, leaving you to make 20 hexagons? Okay, so this week I'm going to show you how to join and the simplest order that I found to join them in so that you can start working. Oh, let's move you over. So you can start working from the top of your dress and joining them and coming down. Now at the 20 mark point, try it on. See how it fits, see if you want to go longer if you're making a top, because I know I'm going to be making a top once the hand starts playing again. So hopefully I'll be able to crochet along with you. Of course, I'm pre-recording these a couple of weeks ago. But getting back to it, I will now show you how to join on those 20 hexagons so that you can work out whether you want to go top or if you want to go longer. And then I'll tell you what to do for the next section. So come on, let's get through the titles and let's get on with this dress. Okay, so now we are joining a block number 1 and block number 2 together, and then block number 3 and block number 4 together. Do them as 2 separates like this image here. Yep, they're the colours for my new top. I really hope they look okay. I dragged them out of a box under the table. I was like, I love that one, I love that one, and I love that one. I'm running out of the darker blue. I don't know how many more I'll get out of it, but fingers crossed I get the top finished because I can't get the yarn again. So now grab your hexagons and let's get going. Now I'm going to show you how to join your hexagons and just working on the first line. So that is block number 1, which should be complete. Mine isn't, but yours would be. And block number 2, which is the one that's on your hook. Right, so to start off with, you're working your last round. So what I personally do for this one is I work my first side, meaning I've done my chain 3 and then my double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochets, chain 1, and then my 2 double crochet, chain 1 all the way along. Okay, until I hit the next corner, then I do my first 2 double crochets and chain 1. Then pick up my block. That's going to be block A, which is the old block. So pick up block A and place that behind block B with the backs facing each other. Then you are going to slip stitch into the chain 2 on block A, then come back to block B and place 2 double crochets. Now on the sides where you are joining, we are not doing any chaining. We will literally just be slip stitching to the same place at the back. Okay, so now we're going to skip over these 2 double crochets on panel on block A, and into the chain 1 space we are going to slip stitch, hook over and come down to the chain 1 on block B and pop in 2 double crochets, and then slip stitch into block A, into the chain 1 spot, hook over, 2 double crochets into the chain 1 on block B, slip stitch into the next available chain 1 space on block A, and then jump back again, that's right, and do your 2 double crochets, on block B. Then we come again to block A and slip stitch. Then we're going to be working our first corner, so we're going to chain 2, sorry, not chain 2, do 2 double crochets, chain 1, slip stitch into a block A, and then we are going to turn and we are going to work the stitches as normal all the way down the side, all the way back to the beginning on block B, and slip stitch in that last stitch. Okay, so slip stitch in the top of the chain 3 to of course close your round. Right, so you've joined the 2, so hopefully you've got a basic understanding of being able to join onto a single side. Okay, so now pop another one on the end of each of those rows. Okay, and then once you have a block of 3, we will then move on to right. So now you've done those 3, it is time to join the two sections together by placing a hexagon in the middle of them. If you lay it out and grab some stitch markers and try and make it look similar to this so you know where your joins are, you're going to add that top section and that bottom section in. Now to do that, you are going to work one side normally, then join a side, then work another side normally, then join a side, then work the last side normally and slip stitch and join to close. Okay, you're going to do that in the top and the bottom, so you'll have a big O shape when you're finished. Right, so you've completed the big O. It is now time to fold your work over so it resembles something like the one to the side of me here. Now remember, that has the extras on it, so if you want to see where they're placed, just skip back a few moments and have a look at the last picture. Okay, now we are now going to add the next row down. Okay, so we've got our group of 2 at the top, then our little 3 section. Now we are going to add 2, our 2 2s, I should say, the 2 2s on the bottom row. And to do that, you can follow along with this section of the tutorial where I show you how to join on 2 or more sides. So let's watch this and then I'll get on with the next bit with you. Now let me show you how to work a double-sided section. Yay, I get to add to this one. The one below, that is. Okay, so and now we are going to join on 2 sides. Well, I'm actually joining on 3, but the principle still works for 2 sides or 3. So to start off with, I've already done my first side because I just can't be bothered to argue with it. And then we are going to chain 1 and then grab our corresponding corner. Okay, so I'm starting over this side. If you're lefty, you might be starting over the other side. Okay, you want to make sure that the back sides of your work are facing each other. Yep. and then slip stitch into that first chain 1. So you've already done a chain 1, and then you slip stitch in. Now pop 2 double crochets and back into the corner on hexagon B, hexagon A, jump up and over for that slip stitch into the chain 1, come down to, I'm not going to keep going A and B, you can see where I'm going hopefully. Right, so it's the front one, 2 double crochets, a back one, slip stitch. Oh, why didn't I think of doing it like that earlier? Front one, 2 double crochets, back one, slip stitch, front one, 2 double crochets, and back one, slip stitch, front one, corner, 2 double crochets, now we're going to do our slip stitches, and we are using, so now we are replacing the chaining with slip stitches. So what you're going to do is look for the the hexagon that you're joining, okay, the one that you have been joining to. You're looking for the chain 2 section where you are going to just pop your hook in and do a slip stitch. Then you're going to skip over to the hexagon that you're about to join onto, okay, and again place a slip stitch into that chain 2 section, into the chain 2 corner. Then we're going to come down and we're going to place 2 more double crochets into our corner on our front hexagon, jump over to the first chain 1 section on the back hexagon and slip stitch, and we're just going to keep doing that pattern all the way to the next corner. So that's 2 double crochets in the front, slip stitch in the back, 2 in the front, slip stitch in the back, then when we get down to the corner, we're going to repeat this side by adding our 2 double crochets, and then slip stitching into each of the chain 2 sections from the hexagons behind. There's 1, there's 2. I have to turn my work a little bit, and then I'm going to work the pattern as normal all the way down until I get to this bottom corner. So that's make sure that there is those extra 2, well, the 2 double crochets in that corner. The amount of times I've had to rip it back because I forgot to put those 2 in is unbelievable. Then we're going to skip over to our chain at the back for that chain 1. Sorry, for the slip stitch. If I look like a master, it's because I put 40 of these things together now. I'm not a master though. There we go. Okay. Now we're onto the corner, so we're going to do 2 double crochets. Now this is where it changes slightly because we're not joining onto two hexagons at the back, we're only joining onto the one. So as we're only joining onto the one, you chain one first and then you slip stitch one, and then you come back and you place your 2 double crochets in to your corner stitch to finish it off. And it's a case of turning your work. This is getting quite heavy now. Turn your work and then carry on the pattern all the way and down the sides, and that you don't need to join. I will meet you when you get to the end. Okay, so and now we're at the end. It's a case of slip stitching into the top of that first, to the top of the chain 3, hook over and pull up your yarn, and hopefully you've got enough there to sew in your end. I've got quite a bit because I've pulled this quite tight, and there you go, and that is the end of joining the hexagon. And now this, as I'll just quickly talk you over the join again. If you haven't got anything that you're going to be joining to one side, it's always best to start by working one side first. When you get to your corner, you do your 2 double crochets, chain 1, then slip stitch to the next hexagon that you're joining. Then you do your 2 double crochets and replace every chain 1 with a slip stitch, working along the sides. When you get to the corners, your chain 1 replacements are 1 in each of the corners. So that's 1 in the one that you were joining, and then 1 into the next hexagon that you are joining onto, before working down the side again by replacing your chain 1 with a slip stitch into the other hexagon. Hopefully that makes sense to you. If not, rewind it back again, have another watch. Hopefully I explain it well enough so that you will pick it up after the first or second time you've watched it. It can be a little bit daunting because this is a next level up from beginner when it comes to joining, but it's an ideal way to join this, and over time this ridge will disappear and your stitches will sit flat. Okay, so mine is ridged like this at the moment because it's had no wear and it's had no wiggle. I've just been moving it around in circles on my lap. Yes, I'm editing and I just realised I missed a double crochet on that last section. Don't panic, I've unpicked it and I'm just redoing it now. Right, so you've added the 2 bottom sections. Now it's time to add the sides. So take a look at the picture and see where it is. It's not where the first hexagon at the top would be. I don't know what side I'm putting the photo on at the moment, sorry. It's the next one down, and it will run parallel with the chest hexagon. Okay, so you're going to do 1 each side, and you're folding it around so that your front and your back will now be joined together. Okay, so have a good look at the picture, lay your work out, pop your stitch markers in so you know where you're going to be doing your joins, and get ready for some fun. This time though, we're going to start by joining in the corner. So you're going to do 2 double crochets, chain 1, slip stitch, 2 double crochets, then work 2 sides joining the 2 hexagons together. Then a complete row of just bog standard pattern. Then we join the other side to our hexagon, so that's 2 more sides, okay, of a join, and then finish it off all the way to the end on that last row with a normal stitch. Okay, and then we're just slip stitching to the top of the first double crochet in that corner. Got there in the end. Okay, I haven't got any more of that top done, so I can't show you any more photos for this section at the moment. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll be able to make and join a few more. Okay, so let's talk you through how to do the next row down. You've pretty much got it to here. Okay, so now all you're going to be doing is adding in 6 hexagons per round, working down. Okay, so it's pretty much if you join I normally start on this one, so I would join this one, and then join this one, then join this one, then do this one, then work the same on the back until I get to here, and then join this one to this one, and you just keep going down until you've used up the hexagons you've got. And then once you finish using up those hexagons, if you wish to make some more, because you want to dress, go for it and make some more and carry on adding. I will be back with you next week to show you how to do the half hexagon and the edging, I think. I don't know, I haven't finished editing it yet. Give me a chance, gang, give me a chance. But that, anyway, have fun working with this today and tomorrow and possibly the next day. And please remember to send me photographs either to my email, which is in the description box down below, or pop them over on the Facebook group. Right, that is it for me for today. I will see you all really, really soon. So please remember, stay chilled, stay happy, and keep crafting. Goodbye, everybody. Oh, what colourways are you guys using? I'd love to know.